Why are baseball power hitters hard to compare historically? Have you ever wondered why comparing baseball power hitters from different eras can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces? There are several reasons behind this challenge, and understanding them can help us appreciate the game even more. First, let's talk about the fundamental offensive metrics like home runs and runs batted in. These numbers do not exist in isolation. They are influenced by the era in which a player competed. For instance, the style of pitching, the dimensions of ballparks, and even the quality of equipment have changed over time. This means that comparing raw home run totals or runs batted in without adjustments can lead to misunderstandings. Next, consider the introduction of the designated hitter rule in the American League in 1973. This rule allowed teams to use a player who only bats and does not field, often boosting offensive statistics. In earlier eras, pitchers batted, which generally lowered offensive output. This means that modern power hitters might have different advantages compared to those from the past. Another factor is the level of competition. Over time, the quality of pitching has fluctuated. For instance, during World War II, many top players served in the military, which affected the overall talent pool. The approach to pitching has also evolved, with changes in pitch velocity and types. This impacts how hitters generate power. Now, let's look at how we interpret power metrics. Metrics like slugging percentage and isolated power help measure a player's power relative to other offensive contributions. However, these metrics must also be adjusted for the era to account for league-wide offensive environments. While advanced statistical models try to normalize performance across eras, no method is perfect. Additionally, when comparing power hitters, we must consider how batting averages and power numbers intersect. Some players have combined high batting averages with power, which is rare in any era. For example, players like Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle achieved extraordinary power numbers alongside high averages, but such combinations are not common. In practice, analysts use era-adjusted statistics and models that take into account factors like ballpark effects and league averages. These adjustments help place players' achievements in context. However, the differences in the game's environment mean that historical comparisons will always have limitations. In summary, the difficulty in comparing baseball power hitters historically stems from the need to contextualize their raw power numbers within the changing conditions of the game. This includes rules, competition, and statistical environments, making direct comparisons challenging without careful adjustment and interpretation.